You guys ready for the game? Let's go! Focused on just this moment in time, focusing on their game plan. The way that they started out, really all three group games have been fantastic. But like Lex Jerry said, if it doesn't go well in those first 10 minutes, don't panic and just keep believing.
This match taking place at 14 miles from Stanford Stadium. That's where the U.S. has won in 1994 World Cup. Completion loss to Brazil. Today, around 30 around Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Paraguay and Senegal will take on Belgium in Senegal on July 6th.
Bosnia and Herzegovina. The World Stadium in the building for the playing of the national anthem of the United States of America.
looking for an empty seat. I don't see one. USA, Bosnia and Herzegovina. For a chance to round the 16. Kickoff from the Bay Area. Pass.
Well, there's a lot of complexity there to make it go really well. Are you feeling anything? Coffee. I don't understand, but this is going very well now. Coffee. Coffee? Coffee. 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 Coffee.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by the Home Depot.
It is a glorious early evening setting here at the south end of the San Francisco Bay. It is another incredible atmosphere fitting for yet the latest installment of the biggest game in American men's soccer history. It is the knockout stage. It is win or go home here in Santa Clara as the United States gets set to take on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Let's take a look at the starting line for the United States going back to the opening game.
Changes for the match against Turkey. This was the opening round against Paraguay. A team that won 4-1 and really were impressive in that first half. Matt Freese and goal making his 18th appearance. Team in the back, 85th for him at 38 years old. On screen, getting the start again. The 21-year-old scoring against Australia. This is a back line. They just kept one shot in their last 11 games. But that was in his tournament against Australia. Full dominant confidence. You see number 10, Christian Pulisic. Back in the starting lineup for the very first time since that first match. On the other side for Belgium and Australia, 3 changes for them. But something's wrong. They changed the system for a team. I can go back to 2024 to see them playing with a back five. That is a sign of respect for the U.S. They played against a back five in this tournament and did well against Australia. But this is a team that is going to look to defend early on in this match. They were very good in set pieces. Lattice number 21, 6'7". The center back, 6'2", 6'7", 6'4". They're going to look to hit the U.S. in set pieces. Let's get this game going. This team, this country has been waiting for this match, and here we go.
In the history of this USMNT team dates back to over 100 years. They were at the first ever World Cup in 1930. This is unique. Never before has the U.S. played a knockout game in the World Cup in which they're not the plucky underdogs hoping to pull off a surprise. They're expected to win. They expect to win. It's their opponents who are motivated to defy the odds and pull off a surprise. And those fans who have tickets for the game Monday night in Seattle are begging for this team to win and to get to that next round. It's a beautiful evening. The field bathed in sun. The shade will stretch from the near sideline to the far sideline as the game goes along. We're underway. The United States in red and white stripes, Bosnia and Herzegovina in blue. It was a great knockout group stage for the U.S. It was historic as well. The U.S. able to defend a corner in the opening seconds. They topped the group, a record number of points, a record number of goals. But what they understand is none of that matters anymore. It's win or go home against the Bosnia and Herzegovina team and their first ever knockout stage game of the World Cup. They're the reason Italy aren't here at the World Cup. They're hoping to be the reason the United States are no longer here coming into the evening.
Well, and here's the set pieces we talked about. Left middle off the kickoff. You see the man that's on Matt Freese. That's the 6'7" Roundage. And they're just trying to maybe put some pressure on Freese. Hasn't had too much to do in this tournament. And he's going to get an early test here.
18-year-old Caramel Davis trying to break out young stars of this World Cup to take. That's where Freese getting home is batted away. It's Pulisic first on his ball.
And then Dest is body off the bouncing loose ball. Rafael Klaus of Brazil, very experienced World Cup referee, in charge of this. It's a very thin cut surface, I guess to say. Very low cut grass. The wind is swirling it down there, so this ball's going to fly around. So already you're seeing a couple of misplayed passes, and Nicolas has to just get it cleared out. What do you expect this to look like today?
I expect the United States to have the majority of the ball. Two of the matches in the group stage for Bosnia and Herzegovina, 38% of the ball. But they're actually stepping up for a little bit of pressure here. They even seem a little bit disconnected in the ways in which they want to press the tactically. I'm interested to see how they end up approaching it, because number 5, Chinas, is pushing into the midfield right now, trying to match McKay. A lot of the U.S.'s strength is with their midfield, their ability to move and hit quickly. That's what they need to get to early.
This is the defense on the ball. It's a great finish on top of these guys. After practice yesterday, the freedom that he has will twinkle in his eye when he talks about getting those moments on the ball. Second level here in Santa Clara, a whole thicket of Bosnia and Herzegovina fans in blue. Supporting their team in this historic moment for their country.
So they're pretty good looking to shape. Defensive center for Bosnia and Herzegovina. It is a 5 across the back before Chinas here on the near side. He's going to step out and get aggressive with Serginho Dest. The only thing I'm not noticing is that their center backs are pretty stepping into the midfield. They're trying to maintain their shape to not get the ball back. And this is how you can break down a long defense. If you have a guy like Pulisic that brings not only his team but this crowd into this game, but his dribbling ability to slash inside as defenders converge on top of him, and a first set piece for the United States.
They take it short. Pulisic comes on. This is going to find some space to across the way. Martinez won't let it by. Tillman drives it in. Serginho, the 4-year-old all-time leader, he's playing with score for Bosnia and Herzegovina against Clear.
Very difficult to defend that for an opponent. I think the first one short. The U.S. have been effective on corner kicks. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one in the box again. But as we said, maybe they're looking to try and play these short and draw Bosnia and Herzegovina out a little bit because they have some big bodies defending crosses. So this goes right on the penalty spot. You've got everybody clumped at the back, but you're going to try and move towards that near post.
Right side, you don't see either near post, but still having really a collision pass as well. And it's high D as she was down. You come right into frame it until the player stops.
Maybe it's one of those surprise starters for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They've played 28 minutes so far in this tournament. And serving into the middle of the field, looking at the defensive tight midfielder. He was great here on the corner kick. Gets across that near post as we're saying. He was out free when he's attacking. So yeah, he just sprints trying to flip that one on. And Gigovic gets the worst for wear at the end of that.
He was one of the number of players on this Bosnian team born overseas. This is a country that was born dissolution 30 years ago, the old Yugoslavia. So the combination was circumstantial scattered, and a lot of them came to the United States, a lot of them came to different countries in Europe, and so they've done a wonderful job of finding those players who find it's how to flee and go to life somewhere else. A player you might see there, that's Ryan Tarnage, born and raised in Wisconsin, a one-time player for the United States, and has been for Belgium. Down. When the U.S. do these defensive bonus here, was handled up by McKinnon for Bosnia and Herzegovina front.
There's good running though from Phil Balogun up front. We've talked throughout this tournament about just how important his movement is, as well as Weston McKinnon. He has been the heartbeat of this team and will be once again if the U.S. going to get a victory tonight.
Here's Maryland Hardy and Chris Richards. They've got that fans that are trying to show us about the toss is going to give the U.S. a free kick. Pochettino speaking to him yesterday, he said despite losing that game at the end of group stage, the final kick against Turkey, he said we've got the momentum back. It never really went away. It hasn't changed. But now we have to go perform. As he said, having the home advantage is an advantage. The travel's been easier. It's familiar settings. You've got this incredible support. He said it can also become complicated because it only motivates the opponent playing in a hostile atmosphere. Just handle the pressure and expectation. They did that with Paraguay and Australia. And when they try to prepare the team to do it again, Anthony Robinson let that ball out of his ear, trying to make his run.
And you can see there's just not a lot of space for the United States. They kept the lines on for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Nice looking ball from Holly. It's going to go over the top of Sergio Mendes. But these types of balls, they keep a defensive honest for Barbaros because he wants his team to stay really compact, not allow McKenna, Turner, Pulisic to get that ball in behind his midfield and be dangerous. That's the danger zone for the U.S. to get that and play those in a combination. So I think he's going to take some of the movement from Sergio Mendes, but I think he's going to be with the U.S. to find space.
Chances are clear.
but Bosnia provided on set piece situations. Perspective, you want your keeper to be quiet, but even from him, that's him into the game, absolutely. So the diligent times that he made those saves, it was a win.
The United States in all three of those games you're seeing, by this point in the game, they have scored a goal.
Just look at this. Here's the ball in swinging. Chris starts to step in and then realizes the flight of the ball is coming back towards the goal, so then he backs up and is able to palm it away. And you wonder, just down on this near side, there's a little bit of shadow. I don't know if that affects his ability to see the initial kick from Paraguay, which both corners away from that side.
That was 100% going in, if not for that Cruz reacting to it.
You know this is going to be a more difficult test for the United States. By this point, in all three games, they've scored a goal. So they're going to have to grind. There's going to be different phases of the game. And Bosnia, as you can see, have come to play. Very competitive team. Up to the U.S. to find some solutions with the ball to be dangerous, but do not drop the intensity. That is the strength of this team.
That's what made a big run forward. That gives some space to work through the game quickly. Seeing early how the wind is affecting balls in the air. direction. The field seems to be opposite as it goes to the top of the stadium. Ryan is going to get there, takes the ball from the defender, is able to block it. Osradovich there, the big man who's fronting up on Balogun and skipping out.
And these are always tight, potential offside decisions. And this is your job as a striker, as specifically the president, and Fatero, putting the cup there next to Italiano. But these are your job as a striker to make those defenders uncomfortable. And you ain't going to get over the top from Balogun.
US on the heels of it there immediately, so Reed plays safe and retreats into that freeze. Swimmers on from the angle for Weston McKinney. He's held outside, he's got runners coming in the box. McKinney in the great spot! Robinson after a touch from Buffalo goalkeeper. Russell is down. It's out for a goal kick.
Look at McKinney, sees the space, so there's a miscommunication in this moment between Kolasinac and Belgium, and he just gets down his side, just too close to Vasil, but he bombs it straight into Anthony Robinson. And this is the area where we talk so much about this space between goalkeeper and defenders coming back towards their goal. But this stuff just happens. It's not comfortable for anybody, and how close to Anthony Robinson. It doesn't too much about it. When he makes contact at the end of the Vasil, just his body runs into the side of his face.
Maybe the side into the Vasil's face. 20-year-old who's playing his 30th game in role. The referee right now is trying to keep the other players away from the benches. And he uses it as a tactical timeout or hydration break. And you see the police, the fourth official and the assistant. Vasil was given a starting job in goal 2 years ago. Last Silva Butler became the head coach. Butler is former captain of his Bosnia and Herzegovina national team. Winning them with their second ever appearance in the World Cup.
And you're not supposed to use these as coaching moments, but as we say, players do take liberties. So even the U.S. today as well with Weston McKinney and Richard Pochettino. But a lot of conversation progress on this near left side here, where he's talking about the relationship, especially between the more attacking players on Belgium. So look, you still got to get pressure on the ball because the U.S. when there's been no pressure in the midfield have been able to play some of those passes over the top. Last couple of minutes been really good for the U.S.
And the initial indication from the medical staff is a thumbs up there that Vasil's going to be able to continue. It's a Bosnian team that came through the last chance qualifying playoffs in March. They won penalty shootouts against Wales and then against Italy. They had to win that last game. A loss or a draw against Qatar a week ago, they would have been out in the group stage. So this is the fourth time this year they have played a winner-go-home type game. The last time we saw a goal kick, we saw Bosnia and Herzegovina spring a surprise and get an attacking chance. Richards battling for that one. Melissa, the top of those balls, a little bit pulled down. Belgium are watching this game. They beat Senegal. They come from behind 3-2 victory in Seattle earlier. Belgium against the winner of this game in Seattle on Monday night. For the U.S., the historical standard is the outing group fall in the round of 16, but there's an extra round now because this fan World Cup, you have to win a knockout game just to get to the round of 16. Something the U.S. has only ever done once in 2002 against Mexico. Reed has time at the line, and it's beautiful tell off the chest, trying to get back to it. That's good work there. It's part of Moreno, and West not. He thought he drew a foul.
Yeah. We're actually seeing this pretty consistently throughout the tournament. I like it. I think too often they give the benefit of the doubt to defenders. And he's looking for this foul, so there's no clear extension of the arm or push. And it pretty clearly comes off him and goes out for a corner. They're running for Tillman.
U.S. has scored each of the last 3 goals from set pieces, tied for the most of any team in the group stage of this tournament, along with Bosnia and Herzegovina. Tillman, but the end on also gets a punch. Schmidt did well to find out his feet. Anthony Robinson misplays it. Coach Richards had to be able to clear his game.
Just misjudged from bounce there, Robinson. Looked like the U.S. were in a pretty good spot.
Jelic, mentioning this Bosnia and Herzegovina national team. Very good connections historically with this team. Last time they were at the World Cup, the guy who scored the goal, the guard there, the guy who scored the first goal once they were there, Victories. That's a high school and briefly played college soccer against St. Louis.
Christian Pulisic only 10 touches of the ball so far. So the line's been on the U.S.'s right. It's been successful getting back into it. He's got Anthony Robinson on the far side. He's scribbled out defensively. Pulisic extending and trying to get there. He's shielded off a nice little moment there. He's kind of broke down.
And that will take us to our first half hydration break. Powered by Powerade. Couple of good looks, couple of big saves by Matt Freeze. But no goals yet here in the knockout stage in Santa Clara between the United States and Bosnia and Herzegovina.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get iPhone 17 Pro on them. Hold on.
Is this big enough? We should have music.
Lights, bangers. I can just feel it. The most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big at T-Mobile get the incredible iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best network.
I'm ready to play. Nailed it.
You're not good for the games?
Fine, yes. Hey!
Across the pond, please.
Super nice.
Easy. Let's go.
The pizza.
We're gonna be late.
I'm quick.
Come on, man. We got food at the stadium. We're on the cup. Come on.
I got him.
You couldn't get it back?
Get one of 9 cups at breakfast with the FIFA World Cup meal.
And as you can see in Santa Clara, Nicola Vossi, the Bosnia and Herzegovina goalkeeper, this entire hydration break with an ice pack to his temple after taking the knee from Anthony Robinson a few minutes ago. Marcio Pochettino now looking on, having addressed his team. Sergio Barbares on the other side knows the significance of this opportunity. As you said, this is very different. The first 2 games for the U.S., they got out to early starts, they scored the early goal. We knew this was going to be a different type of play, a different type of game. What are you making it so far? How does the U.S. now navigate this?
I would say, look, it's been a very positive start for the United States. Our players have been able to look dangerous on set pieces. They look dangerous on a goal kick. But from what they set up, that was a set play as well, finding Jekyll. But outside that, it's been a U.S. football. But you still have to maintain your focus and your concentration and still keep the intensity high. The biggest trap you can fall into against a team that is sitting a little bit lower, non-confrontational in your own end, is if you play at the speed that they want you to play. This team cannot play at the intensity the U.S. is capable of with their physicality, their voice, and their ability on the ball. So you have to keep working that defensive and that total growth as we saw towards the end of that first period and after. So I think for the U.S. it's just keep sticking with what you're doing, be patient, but still be confident, but don't take your foot off the gas.
One of the phrases you hear in this sport is you have to earn the right to play. You've got to do the competitive, hard-working stuff before your skill and talent can start to show. That's a good example of that today. Anthony Robinson, Christian Pulisic, hard defensively, but the U.S. going to keep with a shot off Pascal by the foul.
I think there are 2 for Pulisic when Pickens are making this foul here. He can be a little bit more aggressive, take a few more chances. when the U.S. are in possession. They end up working down his left side. They're often attacking centers to leave Anthony Robinson providing with and bringing Pulisic inside. I think actually in a game like this, he can bring danger by being 1v1, maybe starting a little bit wider himself.
Freeman takes a late kick. He goes down with a shout. U.S. bench is furious. Referee says play off. Freeman's down behind the play. Richards carries it for Anthony Robinson. Freeman a little bit gingerly getting that set now. Physicality will amp up as well.
So now you've got Robinson going inside the Pulisic line. Getting the ball early though in his space.
Actually intercepting the ball for Anthony Robinson. The passing from the back is paramount. We know it's a big part of Tim Reeves' game. Chris Richards completed each of the first 100 pass attempts that he had in this World Cup, including a perfect day against Paraguay.
And perfectly, this isn't a game where you're worried about perfect passes. You've got to take risks. Sometimes to misplay passing to open up a defense like this. That's a great ball for Robinson. It's going to run out. But that is actually the type of ball as well that you can shift the ball from side to side quickly. It's difficult for a team to rotate in enough numbers to get the type of advantages they want defensively. He's a dangerous player, Didic, going forward, but tracking back is the stuff he doesn't want to do.
Anthony Robinson has been such a big part of this U.S. team over the years, a series of injuries, even through the fall. As he said, he wasn't sure if he was going to be healthy enough to be here. The header. Again, a wrestling match with Moranovich got sliced forward by Tillman. Moranovich plays it infield. Ray knocks it backwards for Richards. He saw the pressure coming, played it safe. He has a great touch. It's held up, gets it on, Valiant with the box out. Valiant gets a
This will be an interesting one. He's saying what I saw. He has never won. Which they have not been doing too often is a VAR overriding a referee's call on the field. He's onside. So once he gets in the box in this position, there's definitely contact. But I think the thing we're going to have here is did he fall over in a natural way, but the referee felt like he was really playing for this. And the thing is crazy contact on this shot. But I think when Donovan just says I'm down and he goes down to his ground, it's tough to really slow because you got to see this at full speed to be able to judge it fairly. But he absolutely beats him. He's past him. Now the question is maybe is there enough contact on there?
Well, Clattenburg, you've had the same looks we have. What do you think?
Yeah, when you see a little bit of contact, the fall has to be consistent with that contact, and it isn't. I think it goes down, but he pushes his leg out. That's not natural for that contact on the leg, so that's why the referee is waved it away. Yeah, I agree, Mike.
But once also the video assistant referee in his second one, but he definitely took his time. He wanted to make sure he saw just there, just the awkward tangle of legs. And this one has been out for a foul. And then they come down.
These calls down. The referee said, and he basically said that it's going to take a lot to completely overturn the decision that I made on the field. And we did see a player from Belgium his past and he realized he felt the contact and then he went down to try to drop the penalty.
Moranovich, the 6'7" defender from Bosnia and Herzegovina, was limping a little bit at the end of that. Well played, Senegal. Speaks again from Bosnia and Herzegovina so far. Referees will look on Tuesday for that. Pressure on the so let's take a look at the video.
Great pressure from Wilson Kane. It's going to be the thing at the top of the screen that I think will be relevant here. Yeah. As this pass comes in from Kelly, it looks like Balogun is just a tight throw with his left foot to get back onside. this game. He's going to be hungry for goals.
US had a goal ruled out for offside last week against Turkey, and they conceded very quickly after. Tillman is down, hurt behind the play. Anthony Robinson running for the hooks it in. Another way back over Removich. Tillman is back up and ready to go. Removich picks it up. And it was a broken play. It was a great finish by Ballard down the corner.
You can see Bosnia and Herzegovina scrambling right now. They're trying to find their legs and they're having a little bit of difficulty. Counter front check on the 3-year-old just saying, hey guys, come on, let's calm down, let's stay stuck in our shape. And really for the first time, I took my head off a couple of minutes ago. These crowd wasn't really into it. They are now.
That's the play. After that, good pressure on Removich. So that'll be sort of good evidence of the whistle as a foul. Stemirovic goes down. So 3 different tackles there.
There's a look back at the outside. Great pressure in the middle. Starts with Tillman. So he can take the play that way from a U.S. perspective. Definitely outside.
There's a little bit of tricky one here because you drop Foster, the goalkeeper, all the way to midfield. You see as we come out of that replay. He's going to take this free kick.
They're going to look for the right to get at that post. This is something we said before they didn't use any opportunity. This is the area they figured out the key advantage. Looking for a second ball here, they win first.
It's headed back in. It's out by Thierry. He's given the opportunity. Christine Sinclair, Canadian and Court Forms legend, joining us here this evening. Top goal scorer in women's soccer history. Exchange was alert there in front of Melissa to keep it moving for Bosnia and Herzegovina. About 10 minutes to go in the half. Nice free from the bench. He's making himself big. Coming off the angle there. 21 years of age. No lack of confidence, but as he said it was yesterday, great focus. To be in these situations at such a young age, having had so much come his way quickly in his pro career in the last year and a half.
Sometimes you don't want to play a team that
Dangerous here, Reese is going to come forward and gets there.
has been defending you a little bit lower. When they have some of the ball, it presents opportunities sometimes. But again, another look at the risk-averse strategy of Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're not trying to play through the U.S. at all. They want to play long, direct, and defensive.
It's been mostly U.S. possession, except for that little flurry back-to-back in the opening 12 minutes of the game.
I think they've got to get Christian Pulisic more involved in the game. Get the ball. That's where he's dangerous, but he's got to stay higher up the field. He's coming a little bit too deep. Nice ball there from Dex.
Weston McKinnon puts it in, kind of lifted up, quick underneath, and up out. Stream under some pressure here. Rushing up to chasing it. The other hit that, and luckily there was really no one in blue that was alert to it. There's a couple different options. It's inside Alabama, but she was pulling his shirt back. We'll play on. It's hit for McKinney. They back off it. McKinney looking again. It's too far for Pulisic. It'll find Anthony Robinson. With this LA bouncing ball, he looks it back in there and right, although Balogun is pulled down. He's upset as Seattle Marinovic battle once again.
It's been one of my favorite things from Phil Bottom in this tournament, where he's just proven to be a handful for defenders. And whatever he's right now is his hands all around him. He's not going to get that ball because he didn't really have an attempt to play the ball. The ball was over the top of him. He's actually pulling his hands, his hands fully wrapped around him and beating his movement that much. But all of these little plays, I love it because it starts to irritate defenders. He's been running off the ball. He's coming underneath. He's the best in the best kind of way.
Unless he took a shove there. Referee didn't see or didn't call it. Jimmy Towns is down the field. Jimmy, what more can you out of Flo Valley right now?
Well, it's interesting, John, because I am sitting pitch side on right below Vallo's friends and family, so plenty of head shaking after that offsides call. I talked to him before the game, and he reminded me, and then I thought, I've got another year.
There is that ball, the deflected cross, and just steered perfectly to an advantage and not Christian Pulisic. And then a foul on the time, and then a little bit of a shot there. Tillman was standing over the ball and shoved off it by Milanovic.
He's playing for that. Pretty smart, actually, from the 18-year-old Milanovic. Feels a little bit of contact from Adams and goes down. That was the frustration from Tyler Adams.
Sheena's trying to angle it in behind. And Robinson misplays it. Freeze get there. It looked like Davis actually gave up in that.
Yeah, he did. I think he might have gotten to him. He didn't anticipate it.
A little space for Pulisic to run into. Tavares chasing him down from behind. Robinson spots Tillman in the middle. McKinney is going to drive inside. And open it up outside. Anthony Robinson, long to get there. There's the defender. In for Tillman in the box. Back heel. Pulisic trying to get in front. It's a long look. It's a type of look he's going to open it from. It just been going.
This is Pulisic, where he needs to get a little bit more aggressive by getting on the move here, anticipating the space in the play. He opened it up completely. How about the inventiveness there from Malik Tillman with a little back heel to find it. That's the first time you see Pulisic see the gap and hit the gap. Just pick out that final pass. For this, playing up the Belgian American halftime show on Fox. We're on our All-American crew here in the stadium, down to our right. Still getting back of that chance. It's able to take the ball with his left foot on the run. He's trying to get Balogun crossing across his two defenders. Just ends up sailing it a little bit too high. Difficult, but it's pretty wise around Balogun. And then someone else crashing and anticipating that ball at the back post. It was fun before the game. Conroy and Clint Dempsey in particular. You can tell how amped up they were because they didn't play in these types of games. They landed like you, desperate to be a part of this type of ball in one way or another. As these 11 men have the opportunity now, as many as 5 others can join the substitutes to try to lift the U.S. into the round of 16, set up a meeting with Belgium Monday night in Seattle, which was decided a few weeks ago with maybe the best atmosphere citywide in American men's soccer history. Good angle for Balogun. Milanovic defending him. And Alex makes the kick, and he's getting some pain. It's a U.S. free kick, but the good start right now is forward Balogun. This is not where Milanovic wants to come and defend. He's playing as the center of the back, 3 and 5. And he's getting dropped all over the field by Phil Balogun. If he doesn't run with him, he's going to be in behind. So then you get a 1v1, Balogun faces him up, does a little spin again, gets past him, wins a free kick. This has been the best angle and spot from the U.S. have from the set piece. Because you've got bodies that can't be as high up and clear the space. So now we're a little bit closer on top of the goalkeeper Vasu, who's trying to set a one-man run right now. So that is going to take the U.S. They're not going to shoot this direct.
As you pointed out earlier, this is going to come out of darkness into the piercing sunlight right in the eyes of the goalkeeper. Takes one into the deep corners of the crowd, and everyone was asking a lot. It's going to be up for goal kick. Argentina, Jesus Perez is long-time chief lieutenant. At a certain point, those will become missed opportunities for the U.S. and always create some danger on goal. Challenging the play there, and also Herzegovina win the throw. Benjeko, 30 years of age, spent 4 years of his childhood surviving the siege of Sarajevo. And he wrote a letter to the children of Bosnia and Herzegovina talking about his childhood, bombs and snipers and rubble and air raid sirens and having to walk for water. It being dangerous to go outside and play. How proud he is to represent his country. This new era, this young generation that's come through has lifted him to a second ever World Cup. Giving him the chance to play in the second World Cup at the age of 40. First time in a while we've seen really any sustained possession from Bosnia and Herzegovina in the final minutes of the half. Across to Koshiats. Lemejevic just kept it playing. Good work to force him backwards, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Bosnia.
Just as you're kind of thinking, okay, this guy's going to layer into the outfield. I'm going to say that we have to go a good first half for the United States. But that sustained spell of defensive pressure, I'd love to get a look at this. Perhaps this is something we can look at in the studio. How you can control a game still without the ball. The U.S. team, they have a defensive shape. They were great. Still just comfortable in that pressure. And it slowly worked their way up to where they felt there was a chance to get a good pressure on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Goes back to the keeper. It's a long ball. And the U.S. win it back. Little flip around the corner. So great from Tyler Adams. That's how the sure plays the ball. Is it Italian? It doesn't matter. Because now you can drop this defense and open up a lot of space. And then you've got bodies around Belgium. That's a striker's finish. That is a just pure instinct out there for a guy that's hungry for goals. But just so body aware, he's running at full speed. Stops, readjusts, gets the left foot on it, and gets it underneath Vassar. That just defensive show, really impressive from the United States. And it's not only that okay, they're not got the ball, this is good for Bosnia and Herzegovina. No, that was perfect.
This is very concerning right now for Tyler Adams, who lays down. He's getting looked at after that collision with Ed Jimmer. Such an indispensable part of this team since debuting as a teenager. And this will add even more time on to the end of this half. And you see Tim Ray the captain making the argument that there should have been a foul against Ed Jimmer for the way he screened off Adams here, off of this designed play from the kickoff.
Well, Jimmer just runs right into him. Trying to play the ball. That's a full-on screen. Pick whatever you want, both of the above. But that was not an attempt to play the ball by any means for him to jump with.
Mr. McKinney's making the argument. Mr. Argentino has been arguing the fourth official about it.
Big concern for the United States. This is Tyler Adams is indispensable to this team. He's one of a kind in what he does. The work off the ball. You don't often say his name that much. That's because he's just putting fires out all over the field. He's getting checked out for potential concussion or whatever it might be. He started this tournament on fire with the 2 goals. His home goals against Australia, and he was involved in the first goal. He's lived up to everything you would have wanted from the number 9 position and more.
Once he Adams get to his feet, and we looked at now, we wonder, maybe from a United States standpoint, can we just go through the next few minutes and then get time to fully assess him? As Adams wants to continue, he's dealt with injuries he hates, so hates being found as an injury-prone player. Can't stand up there on the field for his country. Just going to be forced by the referee to stay off the field for a minute. There's some person basically going to come into head injury. You don't have to set up that day. But this will be a really important defensive stretch for the U.S. It was +5 without pulling it in the first 5. We're just about 3 minutes into it. So the U.S. is defending with 1 man less running with this sequence. They're getting a quick pressure by Belgium. And the shots recovered, and the U.S. bench is going nuts right now. There is no back on the field. Rushing in. We're not there. He got a good chunk out of Roberts who released it. He's going to stay and play on the far side. Robinson defending on Dish. There is another pick up. For Tillman. Wants to go backwards. The Utah play for the Jays gets space in time. He plays it early for Pelosi for Jays. Does he have the extra gear? Wow, Jokic. Fulton looking at the stands up for a U.S. goal.
So dangerous in the transition in the United States. And they can find that pass when Bosnia and Herzegovina stepped up. The first ball into either McKennie, Tillman, you name it. They're just getting into the pocket centrally, and then they're releasing first touch balls over the top.
There should be, and maybe it looks like the referee said 4 more minutes worth of play past the minimum 5 because of the Adams injury. So about 4 more minutes still to go in the half. This is dragged out by Derek. Free kick U.S. Melissa Garfield indicating it should be a yellow card. What's he saying? Is that not correct? Yes, showdown. Desperate defending good point now because the U was beat. So just a set piece here for the U.S. at the end of the half. I'm going to throw a second big punch here before the break. So now we're on time. So on the fake, Robinson hooks it in deep foul and crosses to it. Close it off. Second. Just did keep it in play. Chance blocked by Richards. Gets control by Freeman. Yes, it. But the reverse comes up in traffic as ever so loud. It's a back from Dust. Scott Wilson takes it around. Trying to clean it up, and the ball was cleared away.
school going to have some of the lovely victories. Obviously, gets inside. They get a chance to pass it. Can't get back around his feet. There's the entire out. Knocks it down. What sequence? For the United States, they have just come to life and grown in this game as it has gone on. The ball from the ends is so good. Bosnia and Herzegovina cannot stay with the pace and intensity of the U.S. playing. Dropping defense deep. Just heads in the ball and he nice bases there too, and it comes off the crossbar. Looking at just flicks off the inside, puts a little rush off the toe. Over the top of the crossbar. Just got going off the distinct shadows. And now that's as close as he's got to. The only way he can stop him is by fouling him.
There to the heavy help from not only just you, Tisa, but as you saw 3 goals in this tournament. As long as they scored in 2010, one shy of the all-time U.S. record. Most goals in a single World Cup, a record that was set in 1930. Pressure again. Down. Play dead. And now we've got more pushing and shoving. Sequence there.
Well, it's not the calls here, because I thought that Paraguay was playing the ball on the ground, which could take it. But again, he just takes some contact because the U.S. are trying to win the ball. I don't think it was a foul initially. So let's see which way this is whistled. Because look, that foul on the wall, so Tyler Adams ends up catching him with the left knee to the face. So he doesn't need a definitive signal here, but I think this will be a foul against the U.S. And Bosniaks is sharing how he feels about that. It's an experienced player trying to stick up for his 18-year-old on the ground.
Rodriguez was born 3 months after Edin Dzeko played his first game for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And he's up and wants to have a word. They scored their first goals. And after the pass is going to have a word with the extra advantage. And he, for being young, he's not lack for confidence, doesn't lack for personality on the field. You've seen that play. The referee doesn't know for sure how much time is left in this half. Not much.
And he's a rookie. Doesn't make a mistake. Again, I just played to free and overplayed it. And I think also Herzegovina on the foul is going to be there, but that's the end of the half. Took them 45 minutes, but flown out. But once again, the difference maker, Rob and company here in Santa Clara with their thoughts in a moment. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in the round of 32 at this World Cup. It's the United States 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 0.
Sponsored by Paraguay. Go all in and score big with our match day treats.
With my new family company, Menace Mobile, our pricing structure will be so confusing it can only be described as evil. That isn't evil. It's just typical phone company stuff. Besides, people just switch to Verizon with their new simplicity plan. There's just one plan and one price. Okay. And it's only $30 for a single line. So you're all choosing Verizon. And for this simple simplicity plan, $30 for a single line. Can you hear me now?
And there it was, the first great American movement. After the move like a sonic boom across this country didn't tiptoe on the world stage. Hell no. We were born loud. We were getting loud, baby. I say it. Something wrong. Prove it. Because in this country, and loud we trust. From the producers of Nutella, Nutella Peanuts, where creamy Nutella meets roasted peanuts to fill your partner in snack time. Nutella Peanut, your partner in snack time.
Adams to centering, ready for anything. Finds Advil, that's throws support. And Tom's looking to counter-attack. It's Tyler Adams! Every ball stops with an assist.
Yes, points for the kids. Before the return this fall, watch season 1 anytime.
We're starting a line in here.
When this week That's Nice returns this fall on Fox or anytime on Hulu. July 4th, it's a special baseball night in America on Fox. Michael Square Up as the Cardinals take on the Cubs. Baseball night begins with the All-Star Selection Show at 7:30 on Fox.
The World Cup 2026 halftime show on Fox is presented by Bank of America.
Cue Kansas City to celebrate. Now reaction after throw Belgium found a roll of 45th minute. US up 1-0 in Bosnia and Herzegovina here in this round of 32 showdown from San Francisco Bay Area. Belgium's third goal of the tournament as the US up 1-0 at inside the stadium. Also, US legends Carly Lloyd, Clint Dempsey, and Alexia Messi with you in the shade. The U.S. going with the same starting lineup as they opened up this World Cup 19 days ago. They dominated, but weren't rewarded until they looked be too good as a country, Leslie Wallace. Flyovers, pretty good flyovers, man. Pick things up in the 11th minute. Bosnia with an opportunity off the corner kick. And we know Bosnia is dangerous on the corner kicks. That frees up now a whole lot to do this tournament. He misjudges this one, comes back, recovers, and kicks it all in.
Look, it was difficult playing against this little block, but Weston McKinney here just showing how good he is with his movement. Great save by the keeper. Maybe could have put that ball on the ground, but another opportunity for them.
Weston McKinney can hold in place this time.
Wouldn't you know, my player to watch comes up big. Tillman gets on the ball, gets a little bit lucky with this pass, but Barton does a great job of adjusting his body and finishes to the keeper's ledge. Lets everybody know he's here, he's the man. 3 goals in 3 games. Man, he is on fire. Here's the play again. Tillman gets a little bit lucky with the pass, but for me, Barton at full speed adjusts his body and then places it between the keeper's legs and gives us a great start. 1-0.
Doing what a striker does.
Brandon's happy.
Invested and invested.
That's done. Back backwards landing. And then you're not going to show. You're going to post-game show, man.
We thought we were going to go 2-0 up here. Just an incredible header. Bellingham just so close. Hits the crossbar. Could have been a different story going in half and 2-0.
Belgium now with 3 career World Cup goals. The U.S. up 1-0 up the break possession, 62% for the U.S. They have a 5-1 shot advantage, 4 of those shots from Belgium. What are the challenges when you're going up against a team that's playing that low block?
I mean, it's incredibly hard. It's frustrating as a player, especially as a striker up top. You've got to stay patient, which I think that they have. They've grown into it. And there's always those opportunities where the opponent makes a mistake. And that's what they did. They capitalized. I think Christian Pulisic, they grew into that half, got on the ball more. But I really like what I've seen. I think that they've matured, they've come a little way, and they got to keep the foot on the gas.
And I've been really impressed with the way that they bossed the game. They were talking about imposing their style on the opposition, and that's what they did today. You know, they just were clicking on all cylinders, in my opinion. You know, it took a while to get the goal. They were moving the ball quickly. They were creating opportunities. And even our goal came from playing transition. As a ball kick, we won it, and then played forward quickly, tilling the ball again. I mean, I'm so excited with the way that they're playing, and I hope they can continue into the second half.
This was mature, this was patient, this was, like I said, mature in that this referee is put the game fundamentally when something shines, so you're not going to be able to count on that, but this Bosnia team is going to kick you up and down the field. Don't bite, don't bite. A win is a win. It's as good, 1-0 is as good as 4-0. Incredibly professional first 45. Let's see how the second 45 plays. The U.S. first scored in the first 11 minutes in each of the 3 group stage games. Took until the 45th for them to get that break. breakthrough moment here in the San Francisco Bay Area. If the U.S. advances, they will head to Seattle for a round of 16 date with Belgium coming up. We will show you the remarkable way that the Red Devils snuck past Senegal today in Seattle. Plus, highlights of England's cut from behind win over DR Congo. Harry Kane, the star of the show, as the Three Lions took another step towards perhaps Alexi Wallace bringing it home this summer.
Today, we're going to address some victory superstars. The bingo. Bicycle kick. I love this one. Stick to crack. No theatrics.
I don't think that's a good idea.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose, and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Can help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if you worsen eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
I understand now. No one can match our energy.
I don't understand the red cards.
This football is so confusing.
I can help. Getting the cards in football is the opposite to a sapphire reserve card. Red cards make it harder for you to earn points. This card earns you 3 times the points on diamond.
Thank you.
Also, you get a $300 credit to travel. You ready? And 2 yellow cards means that you are It's me and 2
Experience the contest remarkable reward. Chase Sapphire Reserve. What does it take to be the greatest of all time? It's not just leaving defenders chasing shadows, or turning goalkeepers into statues. It's making your team, your sport, and everything around you better. Here's to the greatest of all time.
Earlier today, England came from behind to beat DR Congo 2-1. Harry Kane with 2 great second half goals. He's now at 13 in his World Cup career. Today he surpassed Pele on the all-time best. Belgium rallied from 2 goals down in the 86th minute to stun Senegal after forcing extra time the Red Devils. A 3-2 victory, forcing Billy Tillman's from the spot. 3 more round of 32 matches tomorrow. Romania and Spain against Austria for LA. Then Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal battle Croatia before Switzerland meets Algeria. Longer than that, sponsored by Bank of America. Dwayne Mallory on target here in the 45th minute, and the U.S. halfway towards their second ever knockout stage win at a World Cup. Second 45 on the backside.
The Super yourself, if that stays alive, you do if you're playing against a dog.
Right in the middle of everything else, you're trying to lose weight. Foundeo is a daily GLP-1 pill proven to help adults lose weight and keep it off. Foundeo helps people lose up to 25 pounds. It's the only GLP-1 pill that can be taken any time of day, with no planning around food or drink. Don't take Foundeo if you're allergic to it, or if you're selling your program, MTC, or MMN2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have a reaction, prolonged swelling in your neck, or severe stomach pain. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and bad liver problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, and before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Taking Foundeo with an insulin or sulfur in your urine may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting, which will cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. You don't need to wait for the right time to make a change. Now is perfect to ask your doctor about Foundeo. Learn about savings and support at Foundeo.com.
I want to create a legacy where people can say, this guy changed American soccer.
Really, bro? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Yo, we in this win. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Trust me. Bro, I don't see.
The 1.9% APR financing or a $2,500 customer bonus on a select new 2026 day one.
Win, bro. Fuck, bro. Yo, we in there, bro.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by Home Depot.
In the 29th minute full down game, Flocky might have earned a penalty kick. 2 minutes later, he had a goal called back to him offside. In the 45th minute, he finally got his just for the line. And his third goal on this World Cup. And that's what Senegal. U.S. after 45 minutes, Luis Pochettino and the U.S. back on the field. What's imperative this opening 10-15 minutes of the second half?
Well, the energy that they had in that first half, you'd love to see the thing to make their out of the way for this first 50 minutes to put it away. But again, don't be greedy.
That's no grace. John's not done. Let's get another one. Let's put this game over here. Post-game shot. Let's see it. When it's on the second half, once again, upstairs. Johnson and Senegal.
Well, the U.S. has been the highest scoring team at this World Cup in the first half of games. It's about what they do in the second half, as you guys were just talking about. This is not the Bosnia and Herzegovina team you want to look at. In each of their qualifying last chance playoffs in March against Wales and Italy, they were trailing by a single goal with 13 minutes to go. In each of those games, they got a time-winning revolution. They won the ensuing penalty shootout. What does the U.S. have to do well here to not allow Senegal to penalty? This team to not even Bosnia and Herzegovina think that they have a chance here. You go for the kill in the second half, early in the second half, keep the pressure on, and get back to that tempo that just puts them under pressure. They don't want to switch. So see Bosnia and Herzegovina making tweaks to their system because they were not very good in the first half. Look at it. there after taking that knock to the head just after the Belgian goal. David's took a knock as well, late in the half. He's back out there. Tillman. Just knocks it forward. Comes Enfield, spun the side of the head of the defender. Tillman. Now off the top. Giving it to try playing behind. Re-interception gets rid of quick. The rest of just like most things in the game right now. Tillman left it at the end. He got 5 foot. That was great pressure in there. And here's a touch wide. They Katic. Here comes the foul. And he wants to play right on it. Batting out on the run. Off the pick from behind by Katic. And the penalty fouls him to play Benz the other way. So Rockets suffer a loss. So we get the second half. How about that touch from Alex Freeman on the ball in the middle. McKinney for Tillman, still leaving a little bit after that last kick that he took. Ball is going to stay in place. So makes the Robinson. We could have taken it. I think we would have been there. It's a clear. And then still job not done. Robinson steps forward. We've got a second ball in the field. This is chaos. To begin the second half. Robinson speaks to one of the Packers. Shooting now, I think they coach him Harrison. He hooked that cross in. Jack is in the ball and goes down. And the ball high for a U.S. Cup. For Nick, starts in the half. But if it's controlled chaos, that's okay for the United States. Because I think they're going to continue to open up this back line. They want to get Pulisic involved early in the half. Very positive. As we look at 2v1, so just floats the ball in the box. Milojevic, looking up when he left off before the ball again. He knows he's the threat. 4 out of 5 shots in the first half of the United States coming from Phil Balogun. The other one, Pulisic. Keep putting pressure on that center back. Richards, and straight up in the air, also comes to get to Washington. Freeman on his side, Robinson back in. It's very beautiful by the goalkeeper. Getting taken down the field, what's the word from the U.S. coaching staff?
Nice to catch up with his as the first assistant. Really, his reaction was very little. We dominated the game, we dominated possession, the run game as well. Great to get that goal for Ballo, but we cannot stop. I asked him more specifically about the physicality. He said they are aggressive. We expected that. We will be ready to match it in the second. And we're not stopping for Texas.
Whatever intended there at that time, he's pulled back by Schulich. He finalized the U.S. is in position, and the pass is given away. They're not the right Dixie used in that time, which was a professional performance. So as long as it's going to be played out, Chico's got a little bit of a drop. Right in the middle. The 4-year-old started all 3 games for Bosnia and Herzegovina. In the group stage, he's lost a lot of minutes, really important player for them. And he has been single legend. Leads the national team's history. Games played, goal scorer, has played for some high-profile clubs. Hopefully, come very easily to come back and show a yellow and Schulich.
The professionalism for the U.S., what that speaks to in the first half was how organized they were defending out the ball, getting involved in the right amount of aggression, not stepping over the line, putting pressure on opponents. But that's going to be key in the second half because you're going to have a Bosnia and Herzegovina team that is down a goal. They're going to be able to score for them in the group stages. But this team is, as we said, they're not going to go away. But they will try to find any moment to either get a red card, second yellow, and that was when Jekyll just pulled up lame on that play there.
And this is unfortunate. This is a legend. Such an important player for his country. Such a great professional throughout his career. If this is how and why he is forced off, there might in fact be multiple substitutions coming. Mamic was immediately up, but Ezra Martinovic is preparing to enter as well. And so you interested 5 minutes in the second half to see what the changes down.
Well, they might be taking off one a defender and putting on an extra midfielder, bringing 2 attacking players here. So
Ivanovich is there, Perez is number 8.
Ivanovich was the player that we're actually surprised to see was starting as a more defensive-oriented player in that position. They're going to make a third sub as well, it looks like, to Ivanovich.
So Schulich is off, who has been kind of a rotation guy in the midfield.
They might have enjoyed this at halftime as a little perplexing.
So 3 changes into Who scored each of the last 2 games. To hear the Jamaican starter, Hezbollah Gartovic. Another race of Hamilton Wisconsin. Teammate of Serginho Dest, previously in Montana, PSV Eindhoven. He began his career with the Ranger Revolution as a teammate of Matt Turner's. He played for the USU national team with Paraguay and Australia. Played 1 game for the US senior team. And now he's trying to get agents of destruction for the United States on the field for Bosnia and Herzegovina. To the second half, we're getting back to get back to for the first time. Clemens there sweeping back to that for these 2 saves in the first half.
The results as you expected, but we don't ever knew life and enthusiasm to this Bosnia and Herzegovina team. The players they brought on are better players, so it tells you they want to have a little bit more creativity, they want to have a little bit more ability, they want to start to put pressure on the US. But what they can do in time is open them up a little bit more defensively. If the US can keep that aggression, but now you have to be more aware of the counterattack moment, so making sure you always have a +1 in the back if you're William Richards. But we really against the attacking players from Bosnia and Herzegovina. They really haven't, they've kept time on this. So it's right side out and that's a tough one for them to catch up to attack. But they've kept 3 in a row. So they've basically kept 3 back. But if Bosnia and Herzegovina now have the 2 strikers, you've always got an extra man that's free that can read the play in different situations.
Scaling came on the screen, both from Nickel Ultra Superior player of the match. Here is Santa Clara, and Sharon continues to reach across from one side of the field to the other. Fantastically comfortable leader in the South Bay area. Remember this game to face Belgium Monday night in Senegal in round of 16. Belgium coming back from 2 goals down to force extra time late against Senegal and won with a penalty kick at the end of extra time. Break for the African champions. Is it going to be a rematch for the U.S. matches? The game 12 years ago today, when the U.S. played Belgium, Tim Howard's heroic 7-1. And Belgium extra time win, but now Belgium cruising past the U.S. with a friendly march. Great opportunity for revenge. The U.S. has to get there first. See this game out.
Switch. Look at the man-to-man pressure that Bosnia and Herzegovina are playing. It's potentially run out for free. So they're taking risks because they have to the downgrade. I do think this could really prove something of advantage for the United States if they can stay dynamic and consistent with their movement and beating guys off the dribble. And when it's a man-to-man defensive system like this, if you're ballistic, if you're tested, if you're tuning, and you beat your guy, you open up the field for everybody else. So they're going to get a little bit more aggressive in that pressure now.
Lose again, it's going to hang up in the wind awkwardly, Robinson. And he just gets it away from Gartovic. Didic pulls it in. Pulisic trying to recover offensively. That's been Gartovic for a chance to be dangerously attacked. For Matic instead. Matic driving that one. Was that a miss here? Or was he trying to catch Freeze here?
I think it was missing. Because that would have been slightly audacious from this distance. Let's see how he's shaping up. Yeah, he just cuts across it. But that type of shot actually makes it really keep shooting. But he's not underneath the ball. Very comfortable for Freeze.
Freeze is now dealing with the sun. Any ball from that type of position, you see what a line of Chuckling Sun is that he's going to be dealing with. Melissa trying to spin and run off it. All the way out. A reminder tomorrow on Fox. More action around 32. One of the favorites here at the World Cup. Spain taking on Austria in Los Angeles. And they start at 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific on Fox. Also tomorrow, Portugal and Croatia. Will we have a Spain-Portugal match? Will it be Spain-Croatia? Are the Austrians going to their getting included in that?
Number 16. Some wonderful images. So this guy is continuing to shine here in this World Cup. Very high earlier today. 4 hour game as well. USA got 3 now. He's been cleared away as much as he's played again. There's a little body in, he hit it right ahead. Looks like the ball comes wide to Dage. And great hard run by McKinney. Thank you as well.
That was excellent. When you move the ball quickly like that, it's difficult to defend man-to-man. And then when McKinney makes that 4-yard run, he's almost saying to the defender, you coming with me or not? Because if you don't, I'm in. And he was, but then Milojevic was able to come over and to cover. But the flow and the tempo of the game has been slightly disjointed to start the second half. You got subs, you got fouls. It's slowed the pace down a little bit.
And the limited short hits that one for Dage. The things Mauricio Pochettino talked to us about after practice yesterday was details. Win tackles, win duels for loose balls, win the long individual moments of battles. That's where these games are decided. It's Ballard and Tillman will win that ball, and now Pulisic that ran away from allowing Kotic to come and tackle it away. Remains drifting forward, Tyler out to the shot for Stride, he hands it off. Amish, the defensive work on Alex Freeman there.
I'm interested to see how long Pulisic is going to go. He's only got 77 minutes in the tournament so far. Came off in halftime of the first game, a couple of minutes against Turkey. But this is a game that's going to continue to require intensity. And it's just that we're moving heavy into counting up to attack some of the ball's decision making. So I would imagine that's a sub that Pochettino is thinking about at some point earlier in the second half.
As Pochettino said, it was now's not the moment to manage his minutes and be careful. Now is the time to push and take risks. But how much of a risk are you going? How much of a heavy leg Christian Pulisic is still a better option than a pressure guy off the bench because of what he brings here? Return on the outside, and she is going to cross it. Tipping right with the defender. Altamira is going to keep just enough to prevent from getting on the clock. Now he's McKinney. Pass is going forward. That's a ball snap for North instead. Takes it around. Pulisic can't handle it for a pass. Takes it by one. Rolls in and he's safe for one out of jail. To stop the U.S. run. And that's it for that sequence. Defensive play from the U.S. captain, the oldest man ever played a World Cup for the U.S. 38 wins every. Seems to be in the worst shape, but Paraguay is still shaken up. And for the first time today, those two have had a really big time battle all game.
It breaks down the back of his little game. It's not intentional. It's just the two of them were tangled up, and he's trying to get a foot on the ground. They actually just kind of looking at the middle front there.
Is that something that the video assistant referee
You know, I think that's enough that rises to the level that should be a ring. And you see, this was the previous play. Anthony Robinson, it popped up and hits the inside of his arm. It's not a hit ball, but it didn't change the direction of the ball.
And Alvin, meanwhile, is getting his right leg there. You can see it now, stretched out. And the referees are not enforcing nearly as tightly as in the first time. Players coming over and getting kind of a tactical timeout and getting some hydration here. That is contact in the back of the net.
It's actually good. I don't know if the contact hit Bogdanovic is his balance and the ball gets off balance and then he breaks from the back. I would say that should be good for football, but I don't see that rising to the level that that should be a red card. But they were checked right.
Yeah, so that, in the opinion of Juan Soto of Venezuela, is a potential red card. He's calling the red is directly over.
I get more confidence because I think this is one of you look at it in slow motion, it's worse than what the play actually was when the two bodies were crashing together.
Let Mark Clattenburg, our referee for applause, is now looking at it in slow motion. What is he going to see?
Yeah, this is not consistent what I've seen for the rest of the tournament. When this type of challenge comes, it's more of a step in action. And when it's step in action, it lacks force and intensity. But the problem with Benga is, as he puts his foot down, he catches the foot of the Bosnia and Herzegovina player, and that's what then creates that movement down, and it means his ankle twist, and therefore it doesn't endanger the safety of his opponent. You can argue it does, but I think it's slightly unfair because it's more of a step in action and it lacks force and intensity, generate that red card. See, when you see a still image like this, it's easy to say that's a red card, and I can see why this will potentially be given, but this is why I like seeing it in real time like this. I want to see it in full speed. That's the action of the game. And this to me, the two players jostling for the ball, now against trying to get position and trying to turn on it. It felt more incidental contact, but I can see that, you know, you're talking about endangering the safety of an opponent. This is the final decision. It's a game-changing moment.
The number 20 United States Committee says foul.
That's for the record.
That decision is red
Is it the right play? Is it the right play? I don't think this is anytime being unbiased here. I don't like that being the level that we call for the cup. Because we doesn't even see Ronaldovic come. He came on the outside of him, and he jumps in front. I think that is a yellow card, absolutely. I would see that as a red.
Mark, is that the right use of VAR? Is that the correct outcome for the play on the field?
I don't believe it's a good use of VAR. I think when you watch it in real time, you don't see that, you know, the ankle twist. And it's just an accident. As Belgium puts his foot down, he catches underneath his opponent's foot. This is just an accident that happens. You can see he's upset by it. This doesn't even for me the criteria of a red card, and it's certainly going to change the course of the game. And that does, it changes the game. And the other reason I would say that, Mark, it wasn't even given as a yellow card initially by the referee. And so he saw it, he had a good look at it, but it is what it is. Now the US are down a man, and they're going to go into, we'll see what subs. I think you're not thinking about a sub, you're thinking about Pulisic potentially coming off. You're going to keep some speed and some pressure on the front. But now it's going to be Bosnia and Herzegovina in possession, and you're going to expect a lot of crosses into the box.
So it's changed the game completely. It's made it a lot harder for the US. Now, how can they respond to this ball? Left McKinney steps in to take that pass away. He's got to be careful. Now running Bogdanovic. You've lost your top scorer of the tournament for the last half hour of this game, and you've lost him for the entire next game if you advance for round of 16. Ditch. Chance to have that cross in there. It's not to the
really quickly because it's really now we're in a different formation set and different characteristics of players on the field, especially on this left wing position, left midfield, where Dedic is an attacking player for Bosnia and Herzegovina. So you're sacrificing a little bit of the attacking play. You still going to have some moments, but really you want guys out there that are fresh, closing down crosses, keeping the level high from a pressure standpoint.
We're going to have a hydration break in about 2 minutes.
That's a good adjustment period.
that's going to be the biggest 3 minutes of Mauricio Pochettino's time coaching this U.S. team. For him and his staff to come up some solutions as the U.S. is down to 10 men for the rest of this game. And all of a sudden, Bosnia and Herzegovina feeling momentum, seeing the opportunity to get back into this one. Bartovic reverses it backwards. Roshinach returns. Bartovic. Alemeida straight from here to last game. Good pressure by Dest. Not give him an angle to shoot. Roshinach chance to cross. Bring it out there immediately to force him back. You hear a lot of the scores suffer. The U.S. is going to have to suffer the rest of this game to win and get to Seattle. And the Bosnian fans below us and up to our right are making the most noise right now. Here, which don't keep it in. Richards pops it in there, Freeman, Richards, second ball, Bartovic brings it down, McKinney got to be careful, it's into his freeze, cut to the catch. Official was third save the game according to Tony, what are we doing for? Let me count that one on the board as a save, because that was going on in the first half. And that's where that clock starts ticking with the ball's in his hands, and so he's just going to get rid of the ball. This is Chrissy off the fucking effective. Look at that, plenty support. And this is the big man in the middle, full value right now. Okay, we'll just reverse it. Freeman will work to drive it inside. And he runs into Kolashinas, so he's going to pick the ball back up still. It's Freeman. That's not for Kolashinas. The Italians were up. The Italians had chances to make it 2, and they didn't have a second. We'll get to it after, but this nitration break is powered by Powerade. It comes in a moment of real adversity for the United States in Santa Clara. They're up the goal, but they are down a man. Win or go home at the World Cup. The United States won. Bosnia and Herzegovina nil.
What would you like the power to do? Your passion for this game opens opportunities. For them, for our local businesses, for the community. Because when local businesses thrive, the community also thrives. Bank of America, champions that everyone who dares to ask, what would you like the power to do?
Is David's backyard ready for the FIFA World Cup? Maybe he'll build it right back on. Ready here, David's going to Home Depot for the assist. David like nutrition. Deliver it like that.
Nothing much. This is so relaxing.
Like Josh.
Or watch it all happen just like Josh.
Very happy to help.
Okay, here's the deal. This game is 3-on-3. Who we play? To local pro. Firefly, hey! This local pro won the loss since 1996. They beat everyone who showed up. The guys who play in teams, the always in. Honestly, respect. It's good. The trash talkers, even the bruisers. We won't go to town. So I'm telling you that. That doesn't seem real. It's 100% true. What's wrong?
The emotions of Phil Bellamy today. The way he goal for the U.S. Late in the first half, the red card here just a few minutes ago. Jay Taft is right next to the U.S. bench right now. Jay, what have you been seeing during the break?
Well, just such an intensity, John, as expected with that break. The players were huddled so close together, arm in arm. And I know you guys were watching when Ballard left the pitch. I told you I'm sitting right by his family. They were shocked and disappointed. His players were consoling him. He didn't show a lot of emotion, but specifically Sebastian Berhalter. I noticed a complete change in his energy and his warm-ups. I imagine he could be one of the guys called upon if subs are needed soon. But just an overall intensity from the U.S. after watching battle with Brett.
And it's interesting from a physical standpoint as well. Christian Pulisic is really stretching a lot out with Anthony Robinson during that break. No subs for the U.S. yet. They've got 20 minutes plus at least 3 minutes of stoppage time to navigate this and reach Senegal Monday night around 16 against Belgium. What do you want to see here?
I want to see a maturity of this group and just a commitment to seeing this game out. It's not going to be easy. They're going to be under pressure.
One day, our instruments,
It's going to be a real intensity to the way it's buying into the game. Fighting for their lives. It was so much of the conversation we've had around this team from 4 years ago is how much more mature this team is. You take extra time on free kicks, you take extra time on goals. You go down and win. But more importantly, you have to suffer here. Everybody is sacrificing for the team.
Talkers about the beginning of the tournament, the experience of this team, playing the game, pushing the boundaries of the rules. Those are the things you're talking about. Do whatever it takes, win by any means necessary, survive in advance.
Very intently from the United States. When that goes back, they're pushing more right up, so they can kind of just sit on top of their goal. In that case, an opportunity for that there to be an attack, but we sit under parent in the attack. They're going to have to cross the ball. That is what's good.
Tarnic, took the ball to Robinson, that stops on a dime, he's trying to dive Robinson, back over for Robinson, right to the right of the game.
And I think there's not very much of the sun now on this side, because as the shade has continued to come over as the sun is setting, that's not an issue. What's an issue is the big boys attacking the ball. They're going to take a cross touch up on Tarnic, you know.
There's the Wisconsin native who is taking to the corner. Take it short, Milanovic. Now Tarnic. Look for Diggs. Diggs closed down. Not clear. Has it for a serious ball. The commitment though by those U.S. defenders to stick to that moment. Ultimate to Hubich for him to come on. Squeezes and gets it out.
That's a good one, Billy. You had a chance. You made a great run. But I didn't see a conversation. Pochettino was not seem too happy with that. The way the goalkeeper coach, and it looked like he was saying, look, be smart in some of your distribution. But there was a chance there a couple minutes ago.
Yes. Fouls for him. And he will do numbers. He's grabbing a second goal.
Yes.
Not enough to do with another back today. Huddersfield at 10. Pulisic still working around. Takes the pick as he drops it inside. And that goal there too far from the beginning. Steve Hurts in the game. There are two substitutions. They're going to the bench. Now, not going to mess around. Joel's with the winning coach. He'll be running play. Looking for the president of the Soccer Federation. Senegal Countess defender is off. And Porciano, the other defender, is off as well. First time that she scored the time leader against England. The World Cup qualifying playoff. Bosnia and Herzegovina comes to chase that one. The Italians will walk down there for the red card. The LA will tie it. The Bosnians have won the extreme volley shootout. Substitutions here. This is Martinovic. They're defending in 2 weeks. It's in a year ago. They're PSV under the Netherlands. Just on the field, and the top down cross, that's a
is going to have to suffer.
Waiting for a look to see where that came off of our didn't play on.
But they're trying to get the lift. Mason's just trying to shuffle side to side to put some pressure on the deep line midfielder. But we still got their two backs to clear defensively.
Now we're there. Teammate, see his pass. Green opens up for Nielsen. Orange comes to me. Pass it. Pass it. Can draw foul. It's as good as anything.
First of all, to be available, to find that little ball out of pressure, and then second, just to beat the first challenge, draws the challenge, and then feels a little pressure goes down, and he's taking an extra beat on the ground. He takes a kick from behind.
He's still being blizzard.
And again, knee-to-knee contact with knowledge. It's the young man on the way through. He's here long-term. Anytime USMNT sees boys that move the house, they're on a good side. But I do think this is also part of the game. Just taking an extra moment here.
This is going to feel a lot like the Iran game in the last World Cup, which was excruciating. This one wasn't hurt when he scored the goal, but then they still off the half hurt.
Yeah, they hold on to the very end.
Is getting increasingly frustrated. Melissa didn't have to go back to the side of the U.S. We're still taking their time, but it's doing pretty good. This is exactly the same thing. Bosnia and Herzegovina winning everything at the lead. Second time today, the U.S. had the ball in the back of the net. We're going to see an offside flag come up. That's an example of what they can do. Give the opportunity. Ryan says there. No foul. Bosnia and Belgium scores. U.S. throwing. Spot territory down. Senegal is losing his mind right now. This is actually they need to frustrate Bosnia and Herzegovina. And he starts actually with a free kick, but Timberland's taking his time. That starts to really feel like the margin of the game bench. Then you get the tackle from Anthony Robinson, which he thought was hitting right. Now you can see just his intensity, but that's expected that we will have for Robinson. But this is part of his bloodline back forward for Robinson. I'm not going for a quick. Sliced it backwards, heads it back infield. Robinson picks it up. Media pressure, in for Desmond. The referee's going to go for him. Touches the outside of the back of the U.S. And he's going to show you that as well. And here's your chance for the second goal. They've suffered for different periods, then when they've taken a chance, they've took their opportunities to go forward. But now here's, as usual, a real opportunity, top of the box, to give themselves just an allocution. Nothing get many more chances like this in this game. Last time the U.S. played on this field was 9 years ago. Josie also scored a free kick goal from right about that spot on the field. This is something Landon Donovan and I were talking about right before the game. Free kicks from this area. Oftentimes you see guys just try to flow it over the net. I can't tell you how it is to get up and down and past the goalkeeper. Hit the target here. Go goalkeeper side. Go net. Whatever it is, make the goalkeeper work. Just said that he was a false number as well. In saying that, anytime, he's got class. And so if there's anyone on the field that can do that, forward in into that top corner, it's Wants to lose the Army. Tillman and Robinson step up for it. Tillman ran into Adams. 9 minutes for stoppage time to go. This round is telling me more power. But then Vassell's getting up the entire right side of his room. That's the biggest moment in the USA shirt. And that was 7 minutes of stoppage time to go. And the UFC is lifting and freeze when it comes to take it. He's going to do it quick. The US will work it around. Robinson from the key trying to return. It breaks down. Robinson blocked it. But goes all the way back to the goalkeeper.
Quality of that strike, as I said, from that distance to go up and over the rail, but with the pace, that's a perfect strike, absolutely perfect. Just wow. They got to keep running, they got to keep defending all these key moments. Bosnia and Herzegovina, if they get one, it'll be a chaotic finish. Line comes from Medic, hooks it, the cross, now it's French, it's to the back. It's a nice goal. I see you out of screen, 21 years old. Just to get back to your keeper's freezes, just took a little kick there on the way through by Dimitrovic.
can get a clean look at it from up here.
I think we're going to talk about the post contact. What the edge okay, as if we haven't seen teams do this to the United States for time after time. And as if it's I think they're all the time. All the time. But that entire sequence that leads to the goal, think about it. We've got Pulisic winning the ball under pressure. Goes down free kick, takes a couple seconds off the clock. You've got Tim Reams ending the time frustrated. The pinch for Bosnia and Herzegovina. You always have a goal with Pulisic. You don't back up, you stay up, you press. Sergio Dest wins a free kick. Tim bangs it in the top corner. That's maturity.
Greg Berhalter looking on as his son Senegal became the first American man with a goal and an assist in a World Cup game. Takes the field, replacing Sergio Dest. Christian Pulisic at the other edge, he picks off the ground.
Not a single soul in their seats sitting down. This crowd has been up on their feet from the moment that they had the red card and then the moment the U.S. get the second goal. Job is still not done.
Very much the same. Around 6 minutes, he comes up off the edge and takes a throw for the U.S. Push up together. And the very people who you imagine is a big day in Australia, potentially on Monday. You fold out against the basis for the next round. Trying to make himself a handful right now. To fly him backwards there and manage to keep it away from Benny. Now Benjamin to here, which carrying forward. We'll see how much stoppage time has become. Might be quite a bit. And it's clear away by the camp. So there's no special and since the red, you see all of the momentum that Bosnia and Herzegovina had, but that one big moment from the late Tillman. Just his 4th career goal for the United States. One of the biggest potentially in American men's soccer history. As made by Tarvich. With Hookish crossing and by Tim Ream. The British brings it down, immediate pressure, forced wide. The edge out there. Screaming out defending another cross. 2-3, catching it, doesn't get there. Triangle, Richard blocks it. And 3-3, right there, gets out on time. Bowling, gets there, but carries the foul.
Oh, that plays gets away with that one. He commits to this one early and misses it completely. It's Chris Richards at the near post. Makes himself big, stops the follow-up shot.
Luckily, they had Chris Richards there. 90th minute, free kick coming for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
You still feel it. He's just going to have to come up with another big save at some point.
Maybe Mamic stands over. Still using another stoppage time. Mamic, retains here. Richards wants the header. Although he puts it out on the far side, so that's your Berhalter first to defend. That's a ditch, it's sent in, and to Rice has got to send out 10 minutes. Double-digit stoppage time to come. The VAR review for the red card. With injuries as well, the U.S. has to dig deep. This crowd's going to try to help him.
You're not ready for about 10 minutes.
The reward in Seattle. The reward is a chance to make history in the next round, if they can get there. Well, if you want to the far side for Dedic. Dedic, in fact, out there working out through Hussein. Rise after heading over to the middle of that. The U.S. pressure these moments here to a little bit as well. Bosnia and Herzegovina as far away from the goal as possible. Dedic in front of it. Berhalter cuts it out. Juric across to Moranovic. Tarvich wants it. Zone defending.
behind the back line. They're letting the time and space there, so you want to cross it from here instead of putting it in you're far away from the goal. They're doing a good job getting wide and getting some pressure at these moments.
And right here, Brohage is kind of backing off. It's fine. Finds. All he can do is watch Hansen go off in front of the point.
I was about to say on that one, it looked like the road was a little slow to allow him to come on with stronger right foot. And that wasn't far away. It's a good shot there. So even the rotation will go for free and get in the help. As this was going for free, as he comes and misses it. This judges it. Look at that. Chris Richards. Free's going to come back to do it that way. But Richards there at the moment.
Are lucky to 6'5" run, the greenkeeper for the team at Bentley. That's McKinney. McKinney's going to center on the right. Here is Chelsea. Sebastian across the right. Freeman with the spot for timeouts. McKinney. Ellis. One measure for McKinney with Chase. Can he get there? He's got some heavy legs. Career best years, having such an impactful World Cup for the United States. We played 3 legs at the 10. 7 more to go. 64th minute red card. Here's McDonald at 6. Serena bears the goal. 82nd minute goal from the late team before the to make it 2. More substitutes. Winning in the race for the United States. It's flipped up. Robinson makes it out. Adams seals it for 10. He was just got to be careful. But that's where the thing like car is kind of looking right at you. I want to hit the gas station. That's what the U.S. does here against the frustrating.
which is much more comfortable. He's very much in that emotion on his face during that game. United States second ever knockout stage win and the first in 24 years. The adventure continues. They'll be holding back again, but the adventure is.
USA.